Yo, what is up, guys? It is Xman here, back again. This time for CDA Week 2 battles. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get all the battles done because all of them weren't finished at the time I'm recording this now, which is the first part. If I do get them done by Sunday, then I will upload all of them. But you guys will see, obviously, in this video. So this first battle, it is Dorell versus Marc. Now I know both of these guys personally, and the outcome of this match was kind of surprising to me. So this should be a fun match to watch. Kind of, I don't want to spoil it, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. So it's the Golden State Wartortles versus the Arizona Dialgabacks. Now I believe there will be timestamps in the description below if you want to check that out to see each match, so you don't have to watch all of them and you don't have to like guess where each match is. Yeah, timestamps will be in the description below. So let's get straight into this. Let's go. So Marc leads off with his Weezing while Dorell leads off with his Uxie. Now I predict Dorell here to go for either a T-Wave or set up rocks. Both of them were really good plays. Really nice support Uxie there. You can tell because it obviously had rocks and should be support. So he does reflect on the switching to Hoopa by Marc, and he goes straight for a Hyperspace Fury while Dorell goes for right screen. Now, Dorell, knowing he can't take another one, he goes straight into Terrakion on the Hyperspace Fury, which is a really nice play on Dorell's part, because he does get the +1 boost, and he is usually choice. These Terrakions are usually choiced. So, knowing that Hoopa can't take one, he goes into Milotic, which is a really terrible play, just because that is one of his checks to Terrakion that is now gone, or going to be gone if Dorell hits his next Stone Edge. And he doesn't look like he have a really good switch into his Terrakion. Now, he should go to Nidoking here, but I believe he does go into Weezing, which is fine. I believe Weezing does eat up one hit. Dorell, knowing that, switches out to Electros to take the Will-O-Wisp. And that's a heat animation. I love that Will-O-Wisp. It's pretty hot. Get it? Hot? Okay, I'm gonna stop. But, Marc just goes for the Protect here on the knockoff. Dorell just wanted to knock off the Black Sludge off of the Weezing just to manage its recovery. Just because Weezing doesn't get recovery outside of like a rest or something. But Dorell does go for the Volt Switch here, which is pretty nice. And goes straight into Uxie here. Probably just going to set up the screens once again. And probably T-Wave and all that. But he does go for right screen here, which is a pretty nice play. Because his whole team won't be that hurt that much. But Marc does go into his Charizard here. That's pretty bad that it's even HP, which means he can't switch in. But he's Charizard decked with Roost, which is fine. But Uxie's going to go for the Psychic here. He does get the drop, which is pretty huge, because now Marc can't really stay in Dragon Dance and Sweep just because of the drops. And it's really huge for Marc, because now he's forced to Roost, and if he gets another drop, this could be bad. Which Dorell's going to keep Psychicking, because he loses nothing by not Psychicking. Marc is trying to stall out screens here, which is a pretty nice play. However, Dorell does get the drop, which is huge, because Marc now has to switch out. He goes straight into Hoopa here. I believe Uxie can't touch the Hoopa because he already showed all 4 moves. So Dorell should predict this nicely. And goes into Electros, the middle ground play, just in case Marc wanted to predict the Drain Punch for Terrakion. So Dorell makes an okay play here. Sacks Electros, so it is now 5-5. But Hoopa is down to -2 with defense. And he should go either Diancie or Terrakion here, which he does. And he shouldn't protect, he should go straight for the attack, just because Hoopa is locked into Hyperspace. Which Dorell, he Rock Polish, I forgot about this. Yeah, he Rock Polishes up, predicting them to switch or to stay in. It didn't really matter because the Rock Polish helped him. But he does get the boost with Diamond Show, which is huge for Dorell, because it basically gives him the game at this point. Even the crit did not help kill the Diancie, because I believe that Hitmon Lee cannot kill because he doesn't have speed because of the Rock Polish. So this should be game at this point. If he has Earth Power, it is definitely game. Just get blown back, and Marc just has to see his team get destroyed one by one by this Diancie. Diancie is that's a really scary Pokemon. Everybody was worried about Dorell with his first pick being Diancie, but it's shown to be a pretty good Pokemon in this CDA. Just kind of rambling on about stuff because I mean, Marc just like lost the game because of Rock Polish. Like that just won Dorell the game 100%. I think Marc could have, if he didn't get the drops with Psychic, I believe Marc could have did some work with Charizard. Might have been game actually. But that's going to be GG in Dorell's favor. A 5-0, really huge for Dorell, because that puts him in second place, I believe. But we're going to get on to the next one. Alright, we are back for game 2. This one is Crashy versus Lotus Red. So, Oakland Onixes versus... Hold up. Alright, sorry about that pause, but it is the Oakland Onixes versus the Lexington Lucarios. So, looking at the team preview, Crashy has really nice threats in Heracross, which does a lot, except for that Gramble, and the Excadrill and Feraligatr, which are pretty nice against his team with one Dragon Dance up. And Red has really nice threats in Manectric and Mienshao, just because Mienshao hits everything, knockoff, high jump kick, I guess knockoff or high jump kick, and then whatever like this does. I hate this thing, Venusaur. But let's get straight into it. So Red leaves with Mienshao while Crashy with just Shuckle. He's just gonna try to get hazards up as best he can. Red just fakes out just to break the sturdy. You see what kind of set that Shuckle is, which it doesn't have any recovery, which it is Mental Herb, which is pretty nice to knock off. However, Crashy is going to get up the Sticky Web, and he should have got up Rocks here, but he predicted high Jump Kick, which Red did not have and did not want to play around with. So he just Drain Punches the Jellicent, which is an okay play. But he does show the knockoff here for the Jellicent as Crashy goes into Venusaur, predicting that really nicely. Crashy's going to get off the Sludge Bomb or Giga Drain here, or even Synthesis if he wants to. However, I feel like Sludge Bomb is the best play, which he does go for it. Does not get the poison on the Mew. Mew should just defog here because that is his best play. But he actually shows the Psychic here, predicting, well, I mean, not predicting anything. Venusaur was in, so I guess Psychic did a lot. Anyways, but Red's going to go into the Granbull here, predicting him to stay in, which is a really nice break because Granbull checks Heracross relatively well. So he should go into Venusaur here, which he does. Red's gonna T-Wave him just to slow down that Venusaur. It's nice getting Paros off, as you know, my game. But Red goes into Mew here, knowing that Venusaur can't really touch Mew, and Crashy, knowing that, goes into Gator. And just subs on the Mew on the Will-O-Wisp, which is a really nice play. However, the Mew does have the Giga Drain for the Feraligatr, which is pretty weird. But Crashy just goes for the Waterfall here. He can't get the flinch, which is kind of a weird play in my opinion. But Red goes for the Scald, does not get the burn. Crashy's gonna go for Waterfall again. The Mew should Roost here, but actually just Scalds again, hoping for the burn, which is, I don't agree with that play at all. But Red goes into Credillia here, predicting the Water move, which he does get correctly, and gets the Storm Drain. And now Red should be able to Giga Drain here, and Crashy, knowing that, goes into Venusaur, predicting that really nicely. And Credillia can't really do anything to Venusaur, and Venusaur can't really do anything to Credillia. So Crashy switches out while Red stays in, and he actually stays in on the Excadrill, which is a really weird play because that Giga Drain, I mean that Iron Head was gonna do a lot, like a hell of a lot. Oh my god, that was nasty. I'm sorry, but knowing that Iron Head killed Credillia, he switches into Landorus relatively nicely. Nice check to Excadrill. And knowing that, Crashy goes into Shuckle, predicting the Earthquake, which is nice, but Shuckle goes down. So that means Sticky Webs could stay up if the Mew does not have the defog. But I can't get hazards up again. So he does go into Venusaur here. Crashy just Synthesis, which is kind of playing with fire because he is paralyzed. So he might get the para. But he does not on any of these turns. And Crashy just gets a Seed off, which is pretty nice, because he's getting recovery back. He should Synthesis here because he is below half. Yep. Crashy making a good play. And predicting the Psychic here, he does go into the Jellicent, predicting the Mew to go for Psychic, which he does. But he gets a crit. Not too huge because Jellicent does get recovery. But Crashy's just gonna stay in here, go for the Scald, try to get the burn on the Mew. Does not get it. But Mew does not have recovery, as we saw. I think we saw like 3 or 4 moves, probably 3 moves. But the Mew does not have a recovery move, which is pretty nice because it can't touch Jellicent outside of Giga Drain, which is doing 20%, which is jack shit. Like, this is kind of a win for Crashy, honestly. So Crashy's gonna go for the Acid Armor, which is pretty nice because like now he can't switch into Mienshao and knock off, or if he does, it won't kill at full, which is really nice for Crashy. But in this exchange, it feels like the Mew is winning the battle here. And Crashy is not going to single burn, which is crazy because I thought it was 100%. Ridiculous. But Crashy should recover here. because he has below half again. And Mew just steadily getting health, which is pretty bad. And Crashy, knowing that, goes straight into Heracross here, predicting the Giga Drain. But he actually switches up and goes for the Signal Beam here, which is pretty weird, in my opinion. And Crashy doubles here, predicting Red to predict the Mega Horn and go into Greenville, which is pretty nice. So Crashy does get the prediction right there. But I don't think this will do anything because he does have the Landorus and he can take what if he wants to stay in. Doesn't get the flinch and tries to Earthquake off, which I don't agree with that play because Greenville could have got the flinch and Extra would have been still alive and you just would have lost your Greenville. But I mean, I forgot everybody's luckier than me. So Crashy goes into his Heracross Stone Edges here. He's not Moxie, I think he's Guts Heracross. I don't know, I can't confirm that, but it looks like he is Guts because nothing really wants to take a burn outside of Jellicent or Shuffle. Venusaur doesn't want to take it relatively well, but he just Stone Edges the Landorus, and Landorus takes him out with Earthquake, which is an okay play. And Crash goes to Jellicent, makes a ballsy play here, predicting the Landorus to be Scarfed and trying to take it out with Scald, but it doesn't work out here, as Redy's able to go for the knockoff, and that's going kind of fast. Hold on, let me slow down a little bit. So Crashy does go into the Venusaur here after to try to beat the Landorus one-on-one. The Landorus goes for Vulpix, which is a weird play, but alas, these weird plays might win the game. So he goes into Mew here, which is kind of nice because he can get the Psychic off, which does, like, it's a 3-hit KO on Venusaur. Like, that's stab. That's kind of sad, but he goes just go for Psychic again. It does a lot of damage to Venusaur. If he's not able to Synthesis up here, he's going to be at a huge predicament. So Crashy has to switch here on the Mew. He has to go into Gator predicting Psychic, which he does because he has to make that play in order to be able to win the game. But Crashy does make the play into Alligator here, barely giving the Psychic, and he should be able to Waterfall / Crunch if you want. He does. But he can go into Mienshao here and just fake out plus high jump kick here and just win the game, I believe. I thought there was a little bit. Yeah, Crashy goes for the Dragon Dance here as a last effort to win, but Mienshao just goes for the Drain Punch, and I believe this will be the game. Maybe. Oh wait, maybe. I don't think Mienshao can kill him there, actually. Yeah, he doesn't, and Crashy goes for Synthesis here as the last effort to win, because he has to stall this out, which is kind of bad, but I mean, I'm just going to speed up this portion of the game, because it's just kind of stally, and I don't know if I might speed it up in Camtasia, but I mean, it's just kind of stally at this point. Like, Mienshao's going for Poison Jab, he can't get a poison, obviously, and he's doing jack shit to Venusaur. He's going to stall it for Synthesis, obviously, because that's his only play here. But, Crashy should go for another Synthesis here. Mienshao goes for Drain Punch here, trying to get more recovery back, but, just takes out Mienshao here, which weakens the differential, which is kind of bad for Red, but, I mean, it's fine. So, I'm actually going to come here, should overheat, or Signal Beam. Oh, he went for the Confusion, that's crazy. And he actually gets it, which is ridiculous. But, gonna go into Credilli here, and Confusion ends, and Venusaur should be able to do nothing to Credilli, and Credilli should 1v1 this theoretically. And this is really stally and kind of weird. I think this is like 60 turn game, like just because of this last part. Like it could have ended with like 40 turns or something like that, but like it kept stalling out because of the Venusaur and Credilli. But Credilli's gonna go for the Spadef drop, which is I think his best play here. As Crashy goes for the Sludge Bomb, gets the poison, which is kind of weird, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of bad for Red. Not really, because he can just stall out this Venusaur anyways. He just needs one more Spadef drop, and he basically wins the game 100%. Like, there's nothing that Crashy can do if he gets another Spadef drop, because he can't switch. This is his last Pokemon, and he's running out of Synthesis here. I think he runs out in a couple of turns. No, I think he already ran out. Yeah, he ran out already. And Credilli's just gonna weaken this Venusaur and win the game. So that should be the game. Yes, I think that's the game. Should be the game. Yep, and he can't. Yep, can't Synthesis. And he also gets the Spadef drop, which is kind of salt in the wound. But it's gonna be GG for the Lexington Lucarios. 2-0 in their favor. So that is going to be the game. On to the next one. Alright, we are back for the next game. This one is Redy versus Ice Winter. So this should be a relatively weird match just because Redy brought like a more stally team, which he kind of has with his team. Can't really run offensive with his team, and I just want to kind of got a really offensive team. So leads, I predict Rotom will lead for for Winter, and maybe either Rotom or Chandelure for Redy. But let's get right into this. So I just want to lead with Blastoise, picking lead off with either Chandelure or the Latias, and Redy does lead off with the Rotom, Rotom Seed, which I'm in the cut now. But he does Volt Switch here. Easiest Volt Switch of his life. Ooh, that Dark Pulse animation. By Ice Winter, goes for the Dark Pulse, predicting the Latias. Gets the predictions right easily, as Redy's gonna go for the Reflect type, which gives him the same type. So he is just Water type. And Ice Winter, knowing that, goes into Sceptile, and he predicts the Energy Ball nicely. I'm not sure if he knew that or if he just was trying to get the advantage because Latias was a Water type, but he actually SDs here on the switch to Rotom, and Rotom tries to trick the Sceptile, which is pretty nice because he does get it. So he is locked into Swords Dance here, which means he has to switch, which means Redy should go for the Volt Switch here, as it is his best play. Winter plays a little more aggressively here and goes into Rotom, just to get the momentum here, as he tries to go for the Toxic on the Sylveon and misses, which is kind of disappointing because Sylveon would have been weakened. He might have had Aromatherapy or Heal Bell or something like that, but it's not that huge because Winter does have the Resto Chesto Berry, as he is able to get the Toxic off now, which is really nice, as Redy does Hyper Voice and gets a crit, which did matter, but I mean, it couldn't really do like anything. So he does go into the Talonflame here. He just SDs like straight out, which is kind of weird play because Redy did bring the HP Rock, which I think I advised him to do because I don't know, he likes team building with me, and I told him why not, like it's a Talonflame check or something. I don't know. I think I told him, but he just goes into Blasto here, tries to Scald, just to get damage off. He can't get the burn because Sylveon is toxic, but Sylveon just goes for the Hyper Voice, weakening Blastoise. He should go into the, I was going to say the Rotom, but Blastoise also has Rest, which is kind of weird because I don't know, it's just his walls. But Winter does go into the Sceptile as Redy just healing Wishes up. Not sure why he did that because that did absolutely nothing for his team. If anything, he should have went Sylveon, but Redy's just gonna Fire Blast here. It's an okay play. He should have Shadow Balled, honestly, but that's fine. So Blastoise is sleeping, so Redy goes into the Rotom. He should Volt Switch again, just to get more momentum off, which he does. Pretty like good play on his part, and he should go into the Sylveon here, and he should be able to try to like heal up with the Heal Bell, or maybe he Specs. I don't actually remember, but I think he has Specs actually. No, wait. Yeah, we saw left. What? I'm a target. I'm sorry. But he does Hyper Voice there, which is okay. But Redy makes an aggressive play, goes into the Chandelure on the play that Blastoise could have woke up. Which, oh, actually no, he rested. What am I saying? I'm getting this all wrong. I'm sorry about this, but it's been a while since I watched this game. But Redy does go into the Sylveon on the Latias, and I just want to go for a Calm Mind, which is huge because now he's able to kill the Sylveon, and he has to be forced to go into Quagsire after this, I believe. Oh no, actually Chandelure, and then Quag. But Shock does kill now, which is pretty nice. But he should go into the Chandelure here, or Alamola. Doesn't this die to Draco or Thunderbolt? Oh my God, yeah, he lived on one, and Redy's just gonna let off a Toxic, which is huge. I think that was a roll. I might put a calc on screen at this part because I think it was a roll. But he goes into Sharpedo here, predicting the Wish, which is pretty nice on Redy's part. And he actually tries to go into the Rotom here, which is kind of weird because like that did a lot. I don't know why you would like switch in, but because if he crit, you would have died. But I guess Redy knew he wasn't gonna get crit because he's lucky. So he just goes for the Volt Switch here, quickly Sceptile if you want to come out, plus get momentum, which is nice. But Redy goes into the Chandelure here, and he just Shadow Balls, which does not take out the Sceptile, and Sceptile is able to go for the Leaf Blade. If he had Earthquake, it would have did a lot more. But he's going to be taken out by the Chandelure. But he goes into Sharpedo here, knowing that Redy is Scarf, so he's able to let off a free Crunch here, which is really nice, because now Alamola is dead. Oh, actually, no, it's not. He can switch for Regen. He should go into the Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you should go into the Quagsire because Quagsire relatively eats hits. But Redy's just gonna go into the Rotom here, and he actually makes a crazy play and poison jabs, which is huge. Actually, I'm gonna leave that calc on the screen for sure, because that won him the game. I believe that won Redy the game, because if hold on, let me pause real quick. The poison jab was a roll. Winter confirmed it after the match, and if it killed Rotom there, then Sharpedo just won the game. Unless it got burned by Quagsire, which I don't know if it had Scald, but I'm pretty sure that would have been game in Sharpedo's favor, Winter's favor. But let's keep going. So Redy's just gonna Shadow Ball here. Latios lives, but however it doesn't matter because Toxic is going to take out Latios in the next turn, and Ice Wind has no way to win at this point. But that is going to be GG in Winter's favor. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Alright, we are back for the next game. This one is Zero versus Tempo. Now, Zero has a really interesting team in that it's kind of unorthodox. He has a lot of lower tier threats, which kind of do work in this format, which is pretty weird. But this one is the Indiana Infernapes versus the Harlem Heracrosses. So let's look at the team previews here. So Zero has a Rocket Ray and Bronzong. He also has probably default in Zapdos. And just Vaporeon in the wall, probably DD Altaria and just offense with these two. And Tempo, he has Mega Lopunny, Durant probably Banded, the Reuniclus is probably bulky, Crawdont, which might be Life Orb Banded, Superior, which is Superior, and then the Cinccino. But let's get into this. I believe Zero would lead with either Delphox or Zapdos, seeing as they have a pretty good matchup versus Tempo's team. And Tempo should lead with Crawdont or Cinccino, or even Lopunny if he wants to get that Mega out. But that's just for switching to Vaporeon, so I predict either one of these two and these two. This one and this one. So let's get straight into this. So Tempo leads with Crawdont, while Zero leads with the Delphox, which I kind of predicted, but Zero does not want to take any hit by Crawdont, so he just switches directly into Vaporeon, predicting the Water move. But Crawdont goes for Dragon Dance here, which is huge, because now Vaporeon is weakened. But Zero just goes for the Haze here, but Vaporeon's already damaged enough. I think he has to go for Wish here, but he actually Scalds, and he actually burns the Cinccino, which is crazy. That's his first Scald he goes for. But predicting the Bullet Seed here, Zero does go out to Bronzong, which is a pretty nice play on his part, because Cinccino burn now cannot do anything. Like, you couldn't do anything before, but now it really can't do anything. And this gives an opportunity for Zero to set up rocks, which Zero is going to need for this battle, just residual damage. And he does have the Cobalions for the Crawdont knockoff. Maybe he has Explosion or something like that, and it just blows back Crawdont. But he just goes for rocks, free rocks on his part. While Cinccino switches out, he goes into Superior here. Tempo likes to run Sub Superior with HP Fire and Leaf Storm, and like everything to that extent. And Zero actually goes for the block here, which is really interesting, because I'm not sure if that, I don't exactly agree with that move. I rather much have like Gyro Ball, yeah, and like Explosion maybe for Crawdont. Get the for sure kill if you're gonna run Cobra. But Tempo just goes for another sub here, thinking maybe Zero would like reflect or something. But Zero's just gonna keep breaking the sub because this thing's a huge threat. Tempo, knowing he can't do anything, goes out into the Cinccino to sack it, and he should go back into Crawdont here, getting another kill, quote unquote, if he makes the right play. Zero goes directly into the Vaporeon, which I don't agree with, because yeah, it gives a Crawdont a free Dragon Dance here, and he's just gonna knock off to take out Vaporeon. So Vaporeon goes down, which is huge because now he doesn't have a check for Lopunny or Durant on his team outside of the Bronzong, which kind of, I don't count that as a check. But Zero's forced to go into his Zapdos here and T-Bolt the Crawdont, just because that's the only thing to really take a hit besides Altaria, which I think he should win Altaria, honestly, because knockoff would have done nothing. But maybe he was running Poison. No, he doesn't get a Poison move. I was going to tell him to run Meta Claw, but it doesn't matter. Zero actually tricks the Reuniclus here, which is pretty nice because now Tempo is locked into Calm Mind. And Zero tries the Fire Blast here while Tempo Calm Minds, which I don't agree with because that's a terrible play because now Zero's getting just residual damage. And Zero, knowing that he can't take a hit, goes straight into Pangoro here, which is pretty nice because now Tempo should have switched out like 2 turns earlier. And now he can't do anything. versus this Panda. So he actually sacks the Superior. He goes into low pony now. He should just straight high jump kick because that is his best play on these Zapdos, Sap, or Altaria switching. Okay, let me explain this part. Okay, Tempo, he's forced to go to high jump kick. Like, he's not forced to, but that is his best play because it hits everything on his team. Now, Zero, I believe Zapdos was at like 15% or something like that. Zero should have sacked Zapdos. That was the play. He needed that play to win. He did not need Zapdos anymore. It does not touch with Uniclus. Durant outspeeds and Low Pony outspeeds. But Zero does make the play into Altaria. He needed as much health on this as possible. And he actually makes a terrible play, in my opinion, by going into this and taking the high jump kick, because that does a hell of a lot. He does get critted, which I guess kind of mattered, but I mean, Return just killed after that, so he just sacks his Altaria there instead of sacking Zapdos. I don't agree with that play at all. But Zero just goes into the Delphox here. He should be able to Side Shock or Fire Blast here. He actually does Psychic here, which is fine. But now he can Fire Blast. It should do a lot. Or even Uniclus is going to go for the Psychic just to get off damage. Brick Sash if it's Sashed, which it's not. It's left away from we saw it earlier. But he's just going to take out Uniclus with the Psychic, which is nice. But now Temple has to go into Low Pony here, and he has to. He can either return or fake out. He should fake out here. Yeah, this is a great play. And now he should return. Zero should go into the Zapdos or Bronzong to sack it now. Yeah, he goes into Zapdos to sack it now, which I should have done 15 turns earlier. And by that I mean he should have sacked it earlier. But he should go into Bronzong here, yeah, and he should either Gyro Ball or Explosion, whatever he has. But that is his best play. But yeah, he does Gyro Ball here. The Durant, I think is banded, but ooh, that Shadow Claw animation. Ooh. But takes out the Bronzong. That is the counter Bronzong. But now he gets to go into the Pangoro, which is pretty nice because now he can just Storm Throw. He gets the crit, which I think mattered to kill Durant. But now he has to go Low Pony here, and I believe fake out here plus 2 returns to win the game for Tempo, which is pretty nice because this is gonna lead to Tempo's win in his favor. Being the 1-0, I think if Zero sacked Zapdos at one turn, he could have had a better chance at winning, and possibly even won the game there. But that's gonna be GG in Tempo's favor. So yeah, on to the next one. All right, well hold on. Atlanta Bravaries. How did I not remember that? Okay, anyways, this is a pretty good matchup for Soul because Soul does have the Landorus, which does a lot to his team. His counter being Mamoswine, which Blaze can take on relatively nicely. And Thundurus does a lot as well. His only electric resist is Mamoswine as well. So this is a pretty even matchup, I would say. I don't know, a little bit in Soul's favor, but we're gonna get off with leads. So I predict Guy to lead off with either Mamoswine or Crobat, while Soul should lead off with either Leavanny or Thundurus here. But let's get straight into this. So Soul does lead off with the Leavanny, while Guy leads off with the Heatran. Good prediction on Guy's part. Goes straight for the Ancient Power. Gets the boost turn 1, which is crazy. And Soul goes for the HP Ground here, which is a pretty good play. Would have done more if he did not get the boost, but that is crazy. It is turn 1 and he gets the boost, and he has to sack his Leavanny. But Soul should be able to protect here, slash high jump kick, which does nothing to Slowbro either way. That was Soul's best play here, but he should go into the Thundurus or the Sableye. Predicting Guy to want to just Scald or just slack off if he wants. I don't know, that's bad play, but knowing that Soul has to Thunderbolt, he does go into the Tangrowth, and Soul actually reveals the HP Flying, which is really nice on his part, because now he just HP Flying is everything, because his Flying resist is a Heatran, which doesn't take hits well in Thunderbolt. But knowing that Guy has to Ice Shard, Soul just goes straight into Scizor, and he should U-turn here, predicting the Heatran if you want to come in, or the Crobat. He might have, yeah, he just U-turned here. Good play on Soul's part. And now he goes straight back to Thundurus, and just Rex House once more. These two are very huge threats. He has a good Volturn team, which I think I've said in the power rankings video. But he goes straight into Tangrowth here, which is fine because Soul 2 KOs there. I'm not sure why Guy. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna explain this real quick. So Guy, he actually brought his team. However, he did not bring Regenerate and Togekiss. He missed misclicked the ability or something, I don't know. But he not being regenerated, which is huge because now he can't switch out and gain health. killing his regenerated core. So let's keep going here. So Guy has to go to Mammoth Swarm here. Soul, knowing that he's gonna Ice Shot again, goes into Scizor. Guy just Ice Crashes this time, knowing that he has to switch out. Earthquake was the better play, honestly, but Soul's just gonna Bullet Punch to take out the Mammoth Swarm, which is really nice. And Guy goes into Crobat. Soul just wants to get off damage and Bullet Punches the Crobat, but Guy actually shows Heat Wave as a Scizor counter, which is really nice because I think that's physically defensive Crobat, which is nice for Guy because now Scizor is gone. So Soul should go into Thunder since his Guy's electric resist is gone, but he actually was in the Landers here. I don't know if that was the right play, honestly, but he actually shows the HP Water. I think it was Water. Water? That's not Ice. That did way too little. But he actually HP Waters here, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why he has that. If it is HP Ice, that did nothing. So Soul just Earth Powers here, picking him really nicely to go out to either Slowbro or the Alakazam, which is really nice for Soul. Making plays. He has to make plays to win this game. But Soul's just going to smack down here because he can Earth Power in the next turn. But Guy just goes to the HP Water. And I just realized Guy has no speed. I forgot about this. He has no speed Crobat, which is pretty bad because he could have knocked out the Landers, but now he can't. He's probably max defense, so no speed. But Guy actually goes into Alakazam here, and he actually Dazzling Gleams, which is crazy because, okay, let me pause. That was a misplay on Guy's part. One, because even if he goes into Sableye, he can Dazzling Gleam right after, but I'll explain Soul Set in a little bit to why this didn't matter at all. But Psychic was the 100% best play on Guy's part. But he Dazzling Gleams again. He takes the damage, which is crazy. But Soul's gonna go straight into the Sableye here, and Soul is actually gonna reveal here that he does carry the physical Sableye with knockoff, which knocks off Guy's Choice Scarf Heatran. And Guy's just gonna overheat here just to take out the Thunder. Soul just sacking Thunders because it doesn't outspeed Alakazam. And I'm gonna go into the Blaziken here and finish up the game here with High Jump Kick. This should be the game. But yeah, it's gonna be a GG in Soul's favor. I forgot to explain that if Guy was not Scarf Heatran and he stayed in with the boost and he had Fire Blast, HP Ice, and Ancient Power, or Earth Power rather, he could actually win the game. Because Soul cannot outspeed that, like with anything. Which is crazy, and Guy would just won the game. But that's going to be GG in Soul's favor. So, yeah. Alright, we are back for probably the final game of the CDA Week 2. This one is it's Leon versus Gray. Now, they both have really weird teams. Like, Leon's kind of standard, Gray's not even close to standard in the OU tier. But, we're just going to get right into it. Leon, I predict him to lead with either Uxie or Garchomp. Garchomp to set up rocks, or Uxie to set up rocks. And on Gray's side, I predict him to lead off with either Brilliant, Spore-Off, or maybe even like Arcanine or Gardevoir to get the Mega, or Arcanine to like burn stuff. I don't know. But we're going to get right into it. So Gray leads off with Breloom, and Leon leads off with Azo. And he Psychics here to break Broom Sash, which is a good play on Leon's part. Gray's just gonna Spore because he wants this thing to sleep. And Gray should switch out here, predicting him to go into the Gourgeist, which is a nice play on Gray's part. And go straight into Toxicroak. He should have subbed here or something, or go into Arcanine just so he didn't get burned. I don't agree with this play because now Leon can just stall him out with Leech Seed plus Protects and all that stuff and all that, and just subbing, and it's nasty and this thing's annoying. But Gray, I think, is just going to keep attacking here. Leon just protects just to get more health back. And even though it's burned, it kind of does a lot, but just not enough to where Gray's doing like anything to this thing. So Gunshots does about 50. Doesn't get the poison here, sadly, but Leon's just going to Phantom Force. Toxicroak's going to go down this turn, and Gray's down 6-5, which is pretty bad, but he should go into the Honchkrow or Arcanine here. He tries a Pursuit, which is going to miss because it's obviously Phantom Force, and that does relatively nothing. But Gray is just going to Brave Bird, I believe, on the Protect, which is pretty nice. Now he has one or two plays. He can either Pursuit or he can Brave Bird again. He actually makes a good play of Pursuiting, just so Leon can't switch off to Garchomp. And So being a Garchomp, Leon's going to go out to it. And Leon's going to make a double, predicting them to go out into the Riolus, I believe. So good play on Leon's part, but Gracie's going to Bullet Seed here, try to do damage to Leon. Leon's just going to set up the rocks, as they are on Clefable. And Gray could knock out Clefable here, but he doesn't. He gets a 2-hit, which kind of sucks for him, because Clefable would have been dead, and it would have been like less of a problem for him. But he does go into Azelf here, which is fine, because he could just kill it with Bullet Seed after he does stay asleep, and he gets the crit, which is not too huge because it killed him too. But I believe Gray should have Spored here. That would have been his best play possible. I'm kind of wondering why he didn't Spore, because he obviously saw Underwear because of the Moonlight over Soft Boiled. But Gracie's going to go into Gardevoir here, either Hyper Voice or Sub. Sub is the play he wants to go for, which is pretty nice because he could just do a lot to this Clefable, but I don't think Sub was the play. He should have just Hyper Voiced just to get damage off, because it would have been like the same amount anyways. Leon's just going to Moonblast here, break the Sub, and Gracie's going to Hyper Voice again on the Tornado Sack. It just gets blown off the screen, like the Green Goblin got killed. Spoilers, haha. Alright, anyways, Leon's probably just going to Volt Switch out of here just to gain momentum. Gray just sacks Honchkrow here, which is an okay play. Gray's kind of forced to go out into the Arcanine, and he should either A, Will-O-Wisp, or B, Morning Sun or something like that, but he Flare Blitz here. Takes so much damage from the recoil, and he actually gets the burn. Oh my god, that was so much recoil. Arcanine went from like 75 to 25, it's crazy. But Leon's just gonna Earthquake to take out the Arcanine. And Gray's gonna go into Walrein here. Now, he has two options here after he protects. He can either A, Ice Beam, or B, go for a move I wasn't even thinking about. Which, he's going to take the second option, which is Sub, which is interesting now because he has a chance to win 100% now, as compared to where he didn't if he didn't have Sub, because of the Magna Zone. But he's going to Protect here, useless Protect. I mean, not useless because he gets leftovers, but he's going to Protect again, just get more left. Never mind. I would have protected there to get more lefties. But he should Surf here or Ice Beam. He actually does Surf, and Walrein does outspeed Clefable by a healthy margin, actually. It's like 10 base points or something like that. But, or not base points, I don't know. Just by 10, I don't know what else. But Gracie's going to Protect here to scout what Leon's going to go for. Leon does go for the Volt Switch. And, okay, hold on, let me pause real quick. Okay. This Volt Switch should do nothing because Leon is 100% Scarf at this point. And Gray should know that. So, Volt Switch should do around like 50, or not 50, a little bit less than that, but Gray should Sub here. Sub is his best play. This is the only way he can win the game, and yeah, this is the only way to win the game, if not he loses. So, Leon goes for the Volt Switch here, does less than 50 like I said, however, Gray does Surf, which means he 100% loses the game because Magnuson does have the Sturdy ability. And even then, he would have to bank on a Focus Blast hitting from Gardevoir. But because Gray didn't Sub, he cannot break Sturdy, which means Gardevoir does not have a chance to kill with Focus Blast. Which means this is gonna go into Leon's favor just because Gray made the misplay. Could be considered a choke because he could have won. But yeah, Focus Blast did hit, so Gray did have a chance to win. However, he misplayed, so that's going to be 1-0 in Leon's favor. Good game to both of these guys. Pretty awesome match, but yeah, ended up in Leon's favor. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are missing one battle, which is Cal versus Mafetan. They got late having a battle, so I don't think it's going to be in here. I probably will post the results after this goes up, but it won't be in the video because I don't think I can do that when it is already posted. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.